Hi there, beautiful people. I'm back. Today is a glorious day. It's supposed to be like 78 degrees today. So I'm wearing a pair of shorts. I'm going to enjoy my day. So, what are y'all doing today? Matter of fact, while we're at it, hit the like button, subscribe to my page, hit the bell notification, leave a comment down below. Now, definitely leave a comment down below because I'm about ready to talk about something a little serious. I was watching Thompson. She is a fantastic makeup artist. Great, love her, the whole 9 yards. But go to her page, Thompson. Show her some love. She's going through a moment right now. She's been having seizures and a host of different problems. And right now she really does need the love. Now, let me explain something. I can feel for her. I'm not going to feel pity for her. I'm not going to feel sorry for her. But I do feel for her. And the people from the South will know what I mean by feeling for somebody. I can sympathize with her. My husband has a TBI. He has seizures. He has strokes. He has grandma seizures. He has petite maws. One of my sons has grandma seizures and petite maws. Now, when my son was younger, he was on 1,800 milligrams of Depakote a day, 50 milligrams of Topamax at night. That's a lot of people. And he was sleeping majority of his day away. He hasn't had a grandma seizure in years. Thank you, God. I want to say he's had petite maws. I'm not going to say for sure. He says he hasn't. But petite maws are different. In grandma seizures, you look like a fish up out of the water, flopping around. Petite maws is more staring off into space, being quiet for a few seconds. You think the person's daydreaming, and they're not. They are actually having a seizure. Seizures can affect people differently. It depends on which part of the brain it hits. Sometimes they get very some people can tell a seizure's coming on, and some can't. One of my sons that was on the 1,800 milligrams of Depakote a day, he could sometimes tell. Sometimes. Not all the time, because that last bad one, he had a breakthrough seizure. And he had a headache for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It was not a migraine, people. Because we know what triggers his migraines, and we stay away from anything that's fermented for him. He can't eat. And he loves pickles. But it's fermented, so he has to stay away from pickles. Anything that's fermented, from kimchi to sauerkraut. Oh, I love sauerkraut and kimchi. But that's beside the point. Now I'm going to be hungry and thinking about sauerkraut all day. But, thank goodness I got some too. But with his, he tends to, that last one, his breakthrough seizure, he had a headache for 2 weeks. All of a sudden, he just vomited everywhere. But majority of his, he would have grandma seizures, but majority of his were petite maws. And I went to go pick him up from school one day. Walked down the hallway after I went to the office to get the pass. Walked down the hallway. Just happened to look through the window that's on the classroom door. And this teacher is throwing an eraser at my child's head, telling him to stop daydreaming. Immediately pulled him up out of school and started homeschooling him because he was not daydreaming. He was having a petite maw. So, Like I said, some people can tell that they're coming on. Other people cannot tell. They affect different parts of the brain. Some will just be like, what happened? Where am I? Other people can get downright violent coming up out of a seizure. Downright violent. Because they don't remember anything. Others will come up out of a seizure crying. Absolute crying. Other people, like I said, it depends on which part of the brain it affects. Other people will urinate and defecate on themselves, and that's purely understandable. Other people, okay, one of my granddaughters, my daughter had sent me a video of her when she was just a baby. She goes, why is she doing that? And I was like, honey, I don't want to alarm you, but that's a seizure. And the only reason why I knew is because my son that has them, I noticed when he was just weeks old, his seizures. And every time I took him to the doctor, they were like, he's fine. I'm like, no, he's not. Until they did CT, MRI up on him, did the little strobe light, and he had a full-on seizure. Come to find out, I was right. But a lot of people don't understand it and think that somebody's daydreaming when they're not. You can still take your medication, your anti-seizure meds, and still have seizures. They're called breakthrough seizures. So anybody going through this or think that you might have a problem with this, see a neurologist. See a neurologist. You might have them. It could be something else. One of my granddaughters, like I was saying when my daughter sent me the video, I was like, honey, do not panic. But she's having a seizure. She was only 2-3 months old at the most. And I don't get upset about them. Why? Why be upset over them? Because one of my loved ones is having a seizure, you're not going to help them out at the time that this is going on. Have your meltdown afterwards. So, but one of my sons had them quite often. My husband has them. One of my grandchildren has them. Matter of fact, my granddaughter, she's 4 now, and she, bless her little heart, when I see pictures of her, you can tell she's happy up in pictures, and the other pictures she's like, and I'm like, she's having a petite mom. But, I'm not going to say anything. I do not want to panic my daughter. And hopefully they are following up with a neurologist for her, pediatric neurologist. So, Miss Mel, I just want to say, honey, I feel for you. I really do. And I will keep you in my prayers. I know it's hard on you right now. I know it's very scary for you. Very scary. You may be the person going through it at the moment, but you gotta understand, it's gonna affect your husband, and it affects your children also. And just remember, stress and anxiety can bring on a seizure. Follow up with your neurologist. Take the medications like they tell you to take them. And do a lot of praying, honey. I know when you're going through that crisis at the moment, it doesn't seem like it's ever going to get better. But trust me, it does. It 100% does. As a matter of fact, whoever sees this video, go to Mel Thompson's page. Show her some love. Right now, she desperately needs to know that people are there for her, understand what she's going through. Don't bombard her with any questions or anything. Because I feel this way, if they want you to know, they will tell you. So, go show some love, people. You'll come back now, you hear?